Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very overcast, rainy, kind of an ugly Friday night here at Ratliff Stadium tonight. It's homecoming 2018, and your Permian Panthers tonight will be hosting a first-time foe that have traveled 1,649 miles to be here. The International School of Broward County, Florida. That's between Fort Lauderdale and Miami, and is located in Hollywood, Florida. So they are here tonight, first-time opponent for the Panthers on homecoming night. And so we're hoping to get the homecoming festivities in at halftime if the rain will go away. 50% chance of the rain to continue. Permian won the toss. They will receive when we come back.
On a forbidden Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Ramon, we can't.
But Julia,
We're rivals.
I can love you and still hate your overrated school.
We have two different defensive philosophies. You're a base 4-3 cover 2, and I'm an
aggressive 3-4 with press coverage. I get it, but we both love Dr. Pepper.
Oh, Ramon.
Touchdown, State!
Yes! In your face!
Dr. Pepper, the official drink of Fansville.
Our Transglobal Productions Dr. Pepper Game of the Week brought to you in part by E&E Service and Supply and Rexco, the Lone Star Choice in Poly Pipe. While we're waiting for the ball to be teed up, let's call in Kyle Hubbard and your keys to the game offensively.
Well, I think the keys are very simple tonight. They've showed up, this team from Florida, the 1,600 miles to get to the friendly confines of Ratliff Stadium tonight to play our Permian Panthers. Let's get on them early. Don't give them any life at all. Take care of the football. The wet football tonight is going to be an issue, so you got to take care of it. No turnovers. Defense has got to attack this team. They haven't scored a point in their 4 games, I believe Barry said.
No, in the last 2.
In the last 2 games, I should say. So get on them early defensively. Kind of stomp the life out of them, get your backups into the ball game, and give them a chance to get some playing time tonight.
Ternard Turner with the kickoff is going to be covered by Permian. Could not return it. Shawner will cover it there at the 22, and they'll start from that point. Well, here's a change at offense tonight. Going to try to let quarterback Peyton Powell rest his sore ankle, among other issues, so he will not play tonight. Justin Hammond will get the start at quarterback. Christian Rodriguez will also get a lot of playing time at that position, so we'll expect to see both number 4 and number 26. They, of course, will have the horse behind them, and that horse is a good one. Ed Williams will get tote the load quite a bit tonight. Alex Rose, Christian Shawner, Tyler Ramage, Mason Sellers, Caden Horrell, and Jared Hankins. All of those guys are going to get their chance to play a part of the passing game. Well, Hammond on the first carry of the night as a quarterback goes all the way down to the 13-yard line from the 22. I'm going to check with our statistician guy to find out how far that was, actually to the 11.
That's Justin Hammond on the design quarterback sweep around the left end. Just got it sealed off, and Hammond ran to daylight all the way down to the Broward 11-yard line.
67. So 67 yards on the first play of the game. Ed Williams will get the carry here. He's running behind a line made up of Landon Peterson and Sam Burns on the tackle spots. Dawson Reynolds and Rodney Gann gets the start at guard. And John Henayojos will be the center. So first down run by Ed Williams will get him down to the 7-yard line. That's a gain of 4. They can get a first at the 1-yard line. Well, here's a run from the wingback. He's going to get all the way into the end zone, and Alex Rose will score his first touchdown of the season. And I think that may also be Rose's, yes it is, Rose's first carry of the year. So Alex is getting the start tonight at Hammond's old slot spot, and they choose him to run the ball.
And they just tossed it to him around the right end, just like Hammond went on the first play. It was a sweep to the right side. They just got it sealed off, and Rose strolled into the end zone for the first touchdown of the game. We do have a penalty on the extra point here. Let's see. Well, no, I think they did not throw a flag.
So Carson Roberts adds the extra point, and with 10:53 to play, it's only a minute and 7 seconds into the game, and the Panthers have a 7-0 lead.
Wake up to eggs cooked to perfection, savory bacon, sausage and chorizo, and hot, fresh flour tortillas. Drive through for breakfast at Rosa's Cafe. Rosa's combines all your favorites into tasty breakfast tacos and serves them hot and fresh to get your day started right. Or try Rosa's Migas plate with beans and potatoes. Feeding a group? Rosa's breakfast taco platter is the perfect fit. So rise and shine. Life and breakfast is better at Rosa's Cafe.
Transglobal Productions Dr. Pepper Game of the Week. Dr. Pepper, the official drink of Fanville. Brought to you in part by Hokenthorpe CPAs and Odessa Regional Medical Center. Larry just gave me a note and said Justin Hammond at quarterback averaging 67 yards a carry.
That's a heck of a... I think I'd stop if I was Justin right there.
7-yard run by Rose caps a 3-play 78-yard drive in just a little over a minute. And, of course, the big run was the run by Hammond, who is getting the start, as I mentioned, at quarterback tonight. And, boy, was that quite a start.
I'd stop. I'd say, Coach, I've got a great average. I don't want the ball anymore in my hands.
So Roberts will kick off. I need to tell everybody up front that the numbers tonight may be a little bit difficult for us to keep up with for Broward, because in all the years I've been doing this, which is 45 years now, this was the hardest time I had trying to get a roster, calling the school numerous times. Didn't matter, couldn't get through to anybody. And so I went in the locker room, and so what they did was they based the roster of players that didn't have numbers based on their body size and where they played, and that's the name they assigned to them, which is kind of odd, but that's what we're going to have to go with tonight. And so what you see in the newspaper from Sam Waller may be a little bit different than what you hear tonight. Well, they throw the ball out and try to get the ball out to the wide receiver. And he's not on my roster, so we don't know who he is. So it's going to be incomplete and bring up second down. We do know that the quarterback is Jordan Carter, and he's got a bunch of wide receivers, but none of them were number 11. So it's it's a second down play now. In fact, the two guys on this side, 5 and 11, Kyle, they're not listed.
And neither is number 28 in the backfield. So
nope, and they usually do not run a backfield mate. They usually run 5 wide. So now the quarterback rolling out, and this is a different quarterback than what we were given. We thought Jordan Carter would be starting, but it's not Jordan Carter. It's a different guy. And so this will be fun. Anyway, did you see who made the tackle?
I did. It was Matt Jones, number 18, from his left defensive end position. Just executing his assignment on the outside gap responsibility, and as the quarterback rolled to him, he just took off and made the tackle for a huge loss of almost 17 yards, I believe.
3rd and 23. Matt Jones had 2 sacks last week, has 4 on the year, so that makes number 5.
13-yard loss, I stand corrected by Mr. Thornhill.
Yeah, so 23 now on 3rd down. Whistle because of a delay. And, boy, they better be glad they whistle because...
Dead ball foul. Delay a game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat the down. 3rd down.
Keyshawn Wright was barreling in. Now, we have a new referee tonight.
We have a new referee tonight, getting his start here as the head referee for the game, and that would be the former All-State linebacker, Dal Watson.
Quarterback's going to run it here, and he's not going to get anywhere as they just pile on top of him. There to make the tackle is going to be Matt Jones again, so Matt's making his name known immediately. Now, we did not see him punting the ball very effectively in pregame warm-up. Larry and I were trying to figure out who the punter was, as was Scott Vesley. He was in here as well, and we could not figure out who the punter was. So I'm not sure what they're going to do here on 4th down and 30 from their 5-yard line.
This is going to be like...
and he's not standing anywhere near as deep as he needs to, Kyle.
Well, no, and I think Permian will probably just, oh my goodness, that's probably why. They just blocked it into the end zone for a touchdown. We do have a penalty flag here on the near side. Let's see what it is.
Andy Notley recovered it, but let's check the flag.
Illegal formation on the offense. 5 in the backfield. Penalties decline. Touchdown Permian.
Well, the blocked punt is going to give Permian their second touchdown of the night. You were exactly right, and I can tell you why he wasn't that far back, because they obviously have a little problem snapping the ball back to the punter that deep, Barry. They were going to try to just get it there and quickly get it off the punter's foot. Permian did not allow that to happen. Of course, it was a short snap as well. And the Panthers have their second touchdown of the evening against the Pumas.
Yeah, and they didn't even go on offense this time. Puma, what is a puma?
A type of a cat or lynx, type of a almost a panther type
a
cat.
cougar, mountain lion. So the extra point after Carson Roberts, from Carson Roberts, is good. So the 14 points on the board, the offense has only had to be on the field one time. 8:50 to play in the quarter, and it's 14-0 Permian.
Texas Burger's Banana Split. A banana never had it so good.
Transglobal Productions and Dr. Pepper Game of the Week brought to you in part by some of our great sponsors, including, where's my sheet, Tocqueville and BCM and Associates, the Oilfield Undertaker. We told you that stat about Hammond averaging 67 yards a carry. Unfortunately, their quarterback averaging -7.5 after going backwards those last two plays.
Oh, my. Permian may get to this, Barry. I think they are going to get to it. They pooched the kick, and Broward did not get anybody over there to field the ball. And as you saw on the play itself, Permian gets to the football, and they're going to have excellent field position at the Puma 32-yard line.
Caden Harrell comes up with a fumble recovery on the kickoff. So two fumbles, one a block kick. The other a recovery on the kickoff. Now with 8:50 to play in the first quarter. They're going to hand the ball off, and he's not going to make it into the end zone, but Ed Williams will be down inside the 10 to the 8. So he goes, actually 7, he goes 25 yards. Last time the Panthers had a block kick return that I can tell, Kyle, was 87.
Wow.
Jack Comilla versus El Paso Coronado.
Had to be a playoff game, or maybe first game of the year.
Yep, either one. So down to the 7-yard line for 1st and 10 for Permian. Well, they stuffed him that time.
Yep.
And it's going to be second down.
Yeah, watch Permian bring that ball to the outside here in a minute. Justin will read that and pull it, or the coaches will call that play where he can read it and pull it. And then Justin will either get around the corner or he'll pitch the ball to that trail man. Because I can tell you right now, Broward County High School will not get to that pitch man. They didn't have anybody going with him.
Nope. So Williams will get the ball here if Hammond doesn't. And one of them will probably end up in the end zone. Hammond looking for a block. Got it. He's around the corner, and he is into the end zone. And Justin Hammond will score the third Permian touchdown of the night. And for Hammond, it is going to be his first rushing TD of the season.
And that's just the design quarterback sweep to the far side, opposite of what he did on the first play on the first drive. They got it blocked around on the corner there, and Justin waltzed into the end zone for the third Panther touchdown of the evening.
So boom, boom, boom. Out go the lights. 7:39 to play in the first quarter, and Permian now up 21-0.
Odessa College has the technology, the tools, and 8-week terms. Register now for fall terms at Odessa College. Financial aid is available. First-class free scholarships for new students. And first 6 free scholarships for dual-credit high school students save you money. Don't wait. Register today. Call 432-335-6400 or visit www.odessa.edu. Imagine more. Imagine yourself at Odessa College.
Try Texas Burger's new Banana Royale. You'll love it.
Transglobal Productions Dr. Pepper Game of the Week brought to you in part by Diamond Pump and Transport and Odessa College. Hammond on the 6-yard run, capping a 32-yard drive in 1:11 in 3 plays after the Caden Harrell recovery of the kickoff. This is a charter school, the International School of Broward, founded in 2007 for grades 6 to 12. They have 224 students, 17 teachers, 52% male, 83% minority. They're in Hollywood, Florida. That's between Miami and Fort Lauderdale. Population 150,000. The town itself founded in 1925. The school started playing football in 2015. Unfortunately, between then and this year, their record between 2015 and 2018 is 1-28. The only win was against Pembroke Pines Charter last year, August 31st of last year. They celebrated like they won the Super Bowl and haven't won a game since. They have traveled to Tampa Bay to play this year. They have traveled to Brentwood, Tennessee. They have gone to Fort Worth. Now they've come to Odessa. Number 11 now in at quarterback, and will lose a bunch back to the 24-yard line.
Tell you what, Barry, the 3 tackles that I have seen by the Panther defense have all been led by number 18 again. That's Matt Jones making the play. And also let's give Cameron Martinez some kudos there.
Pick 6 is going to be coming up if they get anywhere near the Panthers. Try to get the ball out to the right. Earl Scott, I do have a name there. Intended target falls incomplete.
Chase Stell from his safety position almost stepped in front of that, and if he'd have caught it,
bye-bye birdie.
Been down the sideline for another touchdown for Permian.
Yeah, Bob would have been dancing in the trailer singing the theme from Bye Bye Birdie Bye Bye, but as it was too tall for even Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So it's going to be third and a bunch, 3rd and 13. Line to gain is the 37-yard line, looking way, 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 way deep. Ball hits at the 50. The receiver hadn't quite made the 40 yet. So now they're going to try to punt again. We'll see what happens. Let's see, they're 0-4 this year. Outscored by an average of 47-6, and the sad part is last 2 weeks, 0-49 and 0-73. They scored TDs the first 2 weeks, but lost 12-18 and 12-48. Do not have a kicker listed and did not show an attempt to make an extra point after any of their games, after any of their scores, rather.
Barry, they've got 6 people in the backfield. Somebody needs to tell them that's illegal.
Yeah, so Turner is going to be back there to kick, and so they're going to call a timeout, or it's going to be a...
They've called a timeout.
Yep.
Timeout, Florida. First charge time of the half.
21-0 Permian, 6:54 to play before half.
BCM and Associates Incorporated, the Oilfield Undertaker. BCM provides turnkey services to plug and abandon oil and gas wells in the Permian Basin. BCM has 7 highly trained plugging crews based in Odessa and Hobbs, New Mexico. BCM will prepare and file regulatory forms. We also buy leases for production and salvage. Go to bcmandassociates.com for services, pipe, plus equipment for sale. bcmandassociates.com. The Oilfield Undertaker.
Urgency. That's what you need from your emergency room. After returning home from a mission trip with his son, Chris became ill. The personalized care and follow-up he received from ER staff at ORMC helped him to quickly return to what matters. When faced with the unexpected, your emergency is our emergency. At ORMC, we are here when you need us most. We love what we do, and we think it shows.
I am ORMC proud.
Texas Burger's all-beef chili cheese dog. Get one today.
Trans-Global Productions Dr. Pepper Game of the Week brought to you in part by Texas Burger and State Farm Insurance agent Mike Podzimny. I said 6:54 to play before half. That, of course, is incorrect. 6:54 before to play in the first quarter. It's 21-0. Rose with a 7-yard run. Hammond a 6-yard run. Notley a blocked kick recovery. So once again, the punting team and Turner are only going to line up 9 yards deep. The kick is going to be short as well, and Permian will start from inside the 50.
I'll see if they bring Hammondberry to take the snaps from the quarterback position here. We do have a penalty down here.
Yeah, there's a penalty down there. Let's see if Hammond, he is in there. I was thinking maybe Rodriguez will come in this time around, but no. Harrell will come in as well as Williams.
Our officiating crew, Dow Watson, is the head referee. The umpire, David Alvarez.
There's no flag on play.
Dow Watson making the call there on no flag. Line judge is Roy Jaramillo. The head linesman, Gary Speed. The back judge is Joey Caudillo. This is a Permian Basin chapter crew.
So Permian on first down will hand the ball off to Ed Williams. Ed looking for a block. He got it. He's going to get down the field and still on his feet. Ed's going to take it. Hello, Ed. Goodbye, Ed. Ed is going to take it from 45 yards out. Very Le'Veon Bell-like on picking his blocks and following behind them as he got to the sideline and then scooted down the sideline the last 25 yards.
Well, Permian had a tight end to this side of the formation, Barry, and just had them outnumbered on this side and did a good job of blocking and executing. Mr. Ed Williams, as Barry said, just found his way down the near sideline into the end zone. The Panthers have their 4th touchdown of the evening.
Well, the extra point is good by Carson Roberts. Only missed one all year due to that weather situation in South Lake Carroll last week. Panthers have scored 4 times in the first quarter and lead 6.5 to play in the first.
What's freshness? It's delicious ham and farm-fresh eggs wrapped in a warm flour tortilla. It's ground beef cooked fresh throughout the day and seasoned with just the right spices to make the best taco you've ever tasted. It's hot golden French fries smothered with chili and cheese. Taco Villa cooks your favorites all day long to ensure freshness you can taste. Taco Villa, freshness fanatics love.
Our Trans-Global Productions Dr. Pepper Game of the Week brought to you in part by Complex Community Federal Credit Union, Rosa's Cafe and Tortilla Factory, and Medical Center Hospital. Permian's offense is all run, 155 yards, the last 45 of it from our buddy Ed Williams. One play, 13 seconds to go, the 45 yards for Ed, who was shut out of scoring last week. That's his 4th touchdown of the season.
And an interesting statistic here, Barry. Permian coming into this game had only scored 7 points in the first quarter. Up to this point in the season, they have 28 here tonight, so that's going to help the average out quite a bit as the pooch kick is fielded, and then Adiemi runs the receiver, the ball carrier, number 28, out of bounds, and Broward will start at their own 29-yard line.
It'll be 1st and 10 there. They have really gone backwards more so than going forward so far tonight. Is that Williams that's averaging the 22 per carry? Larry, is that Williams? Oh, Permian's averaging 22 per carry. Holy Macarena. Last week, Tanner Adams had 10 tackles, T.O. Banks 8, Andy Notley 7, Keaton Armstrong 6, Matt Jones had the 2 sacks I mentioned earlier. And lo and behold, they've completed a pass, but it's going to go backwards again as they got the ball out there to, I don't know that I have his name. Let me look. Ooh, I don't.
Number 20, Easton Hernandez for our Panthers out there to make the play on the wide receiver screen. Did, as Barry said, got it completed, but boy, the black shirts with the black P on their helmet got out there really quick, led by Hernandez, to make that play on a 3-yard loss.
Yep, it's going to be back to the 26, so 2nd and 13 after that loss. They've been alternating quarterbacks, haven't, in fact, haven't had any success.
Ball foul. Ball start. Offense number 75. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
And that's Dal Watson, our referee, the former All-State linebacker from Odessa Permian, to make that call. Moving back another 5 to their own 21-yard line.
Well, Charlie's in the booth with us tonight. They're having a reunion of the 1978 class of at Permian.
And I believe,
so welcome cameraman Charlie, who's taking the night off tonight. So it's going to be no gain. If let's check, I don't think they lost anything that time.
Well, they didn't catch a ball, Barry. It was incomplete.
Oh, incomplete. You're right. So it's going to be. I was looking down, so I didn't see it. So it's going to be 3rd and a bunch.
3rd and about 18 for them, for the Pumas here. Hope I'm saying that right. It's either Puma or Puma.
They're close enough.
Somebody will correct me, I'm sure. There's a blitz coming, and man, there is nothing out here. That may be intentional grounding. Will they throw it? Or are they just going to let it go and let them try to punt the football away?
Well, he was digging in his pocket, but no.
Permian came with an inside linebacker blitz there from Tanner Adams, and I think Andy Notley might have been coming on that too. And more Panthers than more Pumas that could block, and they just got the incomplete pass as you saw, and it'll be 4th and 18 from the Puma 21-yard line.
Don't need to drop anybody back. Permian has been on the road the last 2 weeks, over 1,300 miles, going to El Paso and back, going to South Lake Carroll and back the rest of the regular season. They'll have Tascosa in Amarillo. They'll play in Midland. The week after that, the other 5, including tonight, are all at Ratliff. So that's about 1,300 the last 2 weeks. Now, to reiterate what I said a moment ago, this team from Florida, one way has come here, 1,649 miles. That's one way.
It's a long way from home, Barry. And of course, to be in Texas twice.
There is a team in Alaska tonight that is playing a conference game 1,300 miles away from their home because the size school they are, town they are, they can't get anybody close by. And so all the towns of that size throughout the whole state are all one conference. It's Ketchikan, Alaska. They will fly 24 hours, 1,300 miles to play Outkiavik, who used to be called Barrow, Alaska. That's the tip of the southeast Alaska to the north slope, roughly the same distance as going from San Diego to Seattle. That's a conference game, folks. Can you imagine that?
Well, I told you at dinner tonight, I knew somebody that had coached up there many years ago, basketball, and they had to do the same thing, take 2 planes to get the basketball team from one side to the other, one side of the state to the other. Clock running at 4:33 on the run by Ed Williams up to the 33-yard line.
So it's going to be 3rd and 3, and they're not going to get it.
No, did not.
Hammond is not going to get it. They got in on him in a hurry, and he's going to be taken for a loss by somebody.
Yeah, I didn't see the number there. I don't
85.
know if Permian's going to go for it or not. We don't have a 85 on our program, so we'll just call him that and tell him he did a good play.
Panthers on fourth down so far this year. They do go for it a lot. They're 7 of 10 in the fourth down category. It's fourth and a full 4. They need to get to the 31-yard line. Going to hand the ball off to Williams. Williams will have the first. Stumbling, bumbling, but he's still on his feet. They hadn't got him down on the ground yet. Finally, they push him from the back and get him at the 8-yard line after a 27-yard run.
And Ed Williams just showing great balance. Watch our Transglobal Productions instant replay on the handoff. Pulled the, looked like the guard, number 63 there, Dawson Reynolds, coming across to kick out on the end. And Ed did a great job of keeping his balance, motoring on down to the Puma 14-yard line.
So it's going to be 1st and 10. I said the 8-yard line. I was obviously incorrect there, and so they pitch the ball back to Caden Harrell, and Harrell will take it the last 14 for his first rushing TD of the season, and the Panthers are on the board for the 5th time, and we still have 3:15 to play in the first.
Quick toss around the left side, got it sealed off nicely on the left side of that Panther offensive line. The Wings of Victory sounds from the Permian band on the far side. And it's the 34th point with the extra point coming for Permian tonight.
That was a 5-play drive. They had to convert the 4th down to do it. Williams did it, and then Harrell got the score on the next play. The extra point by Roberts is good, of course. 3:15 to play in the first. It's all Permian tonight at 35-0.
Let's go! The Texas oil boom has returned, and Rexco Poly Fittings is your Lone Star choice in polyethylene, steel, and brass needs with a wide variety to choose from. Locally owned and operated in the Permian Basin since 1982, Rexco's experienced staff will help you get the right fittings and valves to help you get the job done. Go to RexcoPoly.com. Rexco, your poly supply company located in Midland and Odessa.
Let's go! Forrest Brothers Tire and Alignment has kept you rolling since 1944. With 3 generations of ownership and 4 generations of management, Forrest Brothers Tire and Alignment carries the complete lines of Michelin and BF Goodrich. And we offer more than just tires, be it brakes or shocks. Your vehicle's best friend is Forrest Brothers Tire and Alignment. With 24-hour road service, you can count on us for all your tire and automotive needs. Forrest Brothers Tire and Alignment, with the largest fleet of service trucks in West Texas.
Texas Burger Ice Cream, the cool end to a great meal.
Our Transglobal Productions Dr. Pepper Game of the Week brought to you in part by Paul Evans Carpet and Flooring. Go see Paul. Also the Odessa Booster Club, Permian Booster Club. Well, the Broncos got it done last night. First shutout in 12 years. 2 receivers over 100 yards receiving. First time since I think it was 2006. Moved their record to 3-1. They're certainly going to be a force to be reckoned with in district for a playoff spot. In fact, I'm anticipating them being one of the 4 playoff teams. Well, this return's going to be a good one out beyond the 40-yard line to the 45-yard line. And with their best field position of the night, the Pumas will start at their 45 with 3:08 to play in the quarter.
And he made a nice move, number 28 did, here on the sideline. Juked one of the Panther kickoff special teams members kind of out of his shoes there and got up the sideline. As Barry said, this is a nice starting field position for the Pumas. Now let's see what they decide to do here. They've got 4 wide receivers in the ball game. 2 split out to each side, kind of stacked behind each other. Let's see if that causes a problem here.
Williams, by the way, 6 carries, 101 yards, and a score tonight. That is his 9th career 100-yard game for Ed. And the defense trying to do him one better. They come in very quickly, and it's going to be Eastern Hernandez, coming in to make the hit and the loss.
Good job coming from the outside up at the top, watching come on our Transglobal Productions. He just really never got touched. And then number 99 for the Panthers on defense there, that's Keyshawn Wright, the junior defensive end, made the assist on that tackle as well.
So that loss is going to be 8. Back to the inside the 35, and they do. Boy, he's got some speed, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Going to bring him a third down that's going to be manageable as they pitch the ball back to the mysterious number 85.
There's a
and
straight
he
snap
gets around
to him,
the
Barry.
corner. Yeah, he gets around the corner and going to be within 9 yards of a first down.
Keaton Armstrong from his safety position to trip him up out of bounds, but the ball is at the Broward 45-yard line. This is 3rd and 9.
I'm going to have to stop looking down whenever they snap the ball so I know what's going on. So
that was a direct snap, too,
Yep.
and you're going to do it here, too.
Yeah, missed it, so it's 3rd and 9. He's going to throw the ball out here. Does have the catch, but it's going to be only a yard gain. And again, they're going to have to try to find a way to punt the ball.
Tanner Adams read that from his inside linebacker position on the wide receiver screen, and just really, when the receiver came on back inside, and he just made the play, and looks like they're going to go for it on 4th and 9 from the 45.
Well, what do you have to lose, I guess, is all I can say, because their punting game has been.
Barry, they've only got 10 on the field. They don't even have a running back on the field right now.
Well, the quarterback is back there by himself. I think that's Carter, if that's a 5. There's a name. No, that's not a 5. And he tries to whip the ball out to 85. It's going to be incomplete. And Permian now will take over again in really good field position inside the 50 at the 45-yard line of Broward.
Well, turnover on downs. Tried the little quick wide receiver screen again and just did not execute the throw and the catch. And let's see if they decide they're going to bring Hammond back in again, Barry, to run this series again for the Panther offense at the quarterback position.
Well, it's still the first quarter, so they may elect to bring Christian Rodriguez in to play quarterback in the second quarter. Ed Williams, over 100 yards already, will get the ball here. Ed's going to be up the middle. Ed's still going. Ed is still going. Is Ed going to take it any further? Nope, going to get him at the 25-yard line, but that's another good run of 20 yards.
That's, again, we got a late flag from the far side of the field over there. Excuse me. And we'll get the call from Dow Watson here. See what the call is.
Dead ball foul. Personal foul. Offense number 63. 15-yard penalty from the end of run. Repeat, first down.
And a little extracurricular going on after that. He's going to be coming off the field there, and they'll talk to him about what the infraction was and why not to do that when you're up 35-0 and you've got a team on the ropes fixing to score again. Don't give them any life.
Well, they've been whistled 24 times for 199 yards before tonight. That's one area that when I talked to Coach Ellison today that he said they were going to clean up in practice this week. Williams is going to get the carry here. Williams will have enough for the first. It was first and 5 after the mark back. And so it's going to be first down now from the 35-yard line.
Up 35-0. Clock should start here once the chains are set.
Final 43 seconds. Hammond had to throw the ball, and they may not throw the ball at all tonight.
Yeah, they may not have to, Barry. You're
one
exactly
of the few
right.
times that we have a game where the pass is not utilized at all. There goes Williams. There goes Ed. Ed's on the run. Ed looking for a block. Nope, just says, I've had enough. I'm going to go out at the 13-yard line. Thank you very much.
And that's smart, Barry, because you don't want to take a hit there or try to do something else. Wet turf, up 35-0. You still have another ball game next week here, and you've got to get yourself ready to start district in a couple of weeks against crosstown rival Odessa High. So don't take anything that you don't have to there.
They're playing Los Fresnos next week. Los Fresnos Falcons. They're 2-1. They're playing a team tonight from Edinburgh. Going to pitch the ball back to Rose, to Axel.
Axel, there you go.
Down to the 7-yard line.
You said you were going to do it.
I was going to do it. Might as well just get it over with.
Get it over with, yeah.
Yeah, actually they're going to mark him at the 8-yard line. It's Alex, not Axel, but all week long I've been saying, don't say Axel, don't say Axel, don't say Axel, because he's starting in the spot that Hammond normally does. So it's going to be second down, but not before the clock has run down on the first quarter. Well, it's been all Permian. I tell you, run by Rose for a score, Hammond a run, Williams a run, Harrell a run, recovery by Notley in the end zone for a score. 35-0 at the end of the first quarter. Permian on top, and we'll be back in a moment.
For great flooring values and real customer service, forget the frustration of the big box stores. Paul Evans trained flooring professionals will save you time, money, and hassle on your next flooring project. Whether do-it-yourself or professionally installed, Paul Evans offers great values on carpet, tile, hardwood, and waterproof flooring. Paul Evans Flooring, Odessa and Midland. For over 30 years,
you just can't beat a Paul Evans deal.
Our Trans Global Productions Dr. Pepper Game of the Week brought to you in part by Forest Brothers Tire Alignment and Nimbus Drinking Water Systems. Panthers with a second and goal rather. Well, let me back up. I'm going to get this right yet. 2nd and 4 from the 8. How about that? So they can get a first down at the 4-yard line. Hammond will keep it here and see if he can get himself in the end zone. No, he's going to hand it off to Mr. Williams, and Mr. Williams is going to be down close to what he needs for a first. Did he get it? Let's look and see if Dow Watson gives the signal.
No, going to be just a little short, Barry.
Going to be just a tad short is right.
I think he'll get the football again here.
Yeah, how dare Justin mess me up and not keep the ball. So it's going to be 3rd and about, I don't know, maybe the width of the football, length of the football maybe. Going to hand it off inside. Williams looks like, is he going to be close to the end zone? Nope, they're going to say he's to the 1-yard line. It will be 1st and goal, though, from the 1. He had scored once the first week, to the second week, nothing last week at Southwood Lake. He had 30 carries for 53. Boy, they really locked him down last week, but he's already scored tonight.
We've got a slow Puma getting up. So
we'll take a break with him. It's 11:17 to play. In the second quarter, Panthers lead 35-0.
On a forbidden Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Ramon, we can't.
But Julia,
We're rivals.
I can love you and still hate your overrated school.
We have two different defensive philosophies. You're a base 4-3 cover 2, and I'm an
aggressive 3-4 with press coverage. I get it, but we both love Dr. Pepper.
Oh, Ramon.
Touchdown, State!
Yes! Into your face!
Dr. Pepper, the official drink of Fansville.
Our Trans Global Productions Dr. Pepper Game of the Week brought to you in part by Odessa Regional Medical Center and Hokenthorpe CPAs. 1st and goal from the 1. Is anybody doubt it's going to be 27?
Nope. Nope.
And he just walks in behind the left side. Rodney Gannon, Sam Burns. And Williams is on the board for the second time tonight. And the Panthers have 41 on the board, asking Carson Roberts to make it 42-0.
And you saw the hole open up between the left tackle and the left guard as they just kicked out on the left tackle side, blocked down on the left guard side. And, boy, he just waltzed right in, didn't even have to hardly break a sweat.
Carson Roberts will tack on the 42nd point. We're just barely into the second quarter. It has been all Permian and all on the ground tonight, 42-0.
Wake up to eggs cooked to perfection, savory bacon, sausage and chorizo, and hot, fresh flour tortillas. Drive through for breakfast at Rosa's Cafe. Rosa's combines all your favorites into tasty breakfast tacos and serves them hot and fresh to get your day started right. Or try Rosa's Migas plate with beans and potatoes. Feeding a group? Rosa's breakfast taco platter is the perfect fit. So rise and shine. Life and breakfast is better at Rosa's Cafe.
Are you sure we should take this billboard down?
People find out State Farm does car loans as well as they do insurance. Our bank is through.
Good point. Grab an edge.
Look, there's two guys on the State Farm Borrow Better Banking sign.
No, for real, there's two dudes on the State Farm
Borrow Better Banking sign.
Gentlemen, please get down from the State Farm Borrow Better Banking sign. Phil, get the hose.
Okay, he's getting the hose.
All right, let's go.
Want to borrow better? Contact State Farm agent Mike Podzemny about a car loan that can save you hundreds.
Our Transglobal Productions, Dr. Pepper Game of the Week. Dr. Pepper, the official drink of Fanville. Brought to you in part by Odessa College and Diamond Pump and Transport. Wake up over there. 6 plays, 45 yards, 203. Taken off the clock, run by Williams of only a yard. Going to be kicking off deep this time rather than the squibby, and they're going to bring it out to the 25. Now, Broward has just not been able to get anything at all going at all, Kyle. Are they just? Is it just a matter of the speed difference on defense for the Panthers?
Well, they're just overmatched altogether right now, Barry. This Permian team way more athletic, way more talented. You can see the athletic level, the difference between the two squads right now. They're going to go 5 wideouts here. Going to see if they can spread Permian out defensively, make something happen. And unless they're going to run quarterback draw, this is going to be a pass play. Permian just way too quick right now, Barry. As you see Andy Notley.
No, that was Matt Jones that knocked him down.
Again.
Yeah. So Matt Jones is absolutely tearing Warith Washington, the right tackle, apart as he's down there to the 17-yard line. That's a loss of 8. Absolutely no chance whatsoever. The ball is snapped. And Matt takes 1 step, and he's in the backfield.
Dead ball foul. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Head coach for Florida. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. The down counts. 2nd down.
Well,
I hate to see that.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on one of the coaches.
Yeah, he said the head coach. And so the head coach, who is Charlie McCray, who's been there since the beginning of playing football for this squad. They marked it, he said 15, but it's actually half the distance. And so they snap it back to the quarterback, who's now off to the run. And he's going to get out to the 12-yard line before they put him on the turf. A gain of 4.
Number 40 for Permian, making the play down at the bottom. T.O., yep. That'd be Teo Banks.
Yeah, probably Teo's correct.
Yeah, it's probably Teo. I think he's related maybe to Tyson Banks, who played a couple years ago. I had him
at that name,
at Hood. Wilson and Young, sorry.
Yeah, Teo had a good game last week. I mentioned against South Lake Carroll, one of the leading tacklers. He's there on the right side of your screen there. Going to quickly up. That's going to cost him for motion.
Yeah, number 5 down here jumped.
Dead ball foul. Ball start. Offense number 84. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
That was obviously on the other side, or maybe even in the backfield there, but number 5 took off down here a little early against Shawner, matching up one-on-one down here. So this will be 3rd and about 23 for the Pumas.
They're going to try their best to throw it deep on this play. If they can do it, well, they do have it's going to be picked off. Going to be picked off and going to be returned down to the 18-yard line. Chase Stell gets his 2nd interception in as many weeks. He picked off South Lake Carroll last week, and again, Permian to be in business.
Well, he just tried this. The ball just slipped right out of his hands, Barry, and it was too high for the receiver for Broward, and Stell was Johnny on the spots, so to speak, and returned the ball up to the 18-yard line. Panthers will have their next offensive possession from that spot.
Hammond back out at quarterback. Williams there as well. Harrell as well. Also in the backfield with Permian is going to be, let's see if I have his number here. I don't. I'll check it here in a second.
Going to be a substitution violation against them. They're trying to run people on and off.
Going to be 1st and 10.
Dead ball foul. Substitution and correction. Well, in the formation. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
And if you're Broward here right now, Barry, you just got to get your composure and try to play one play at a time, do the right little things right now. They've got 11 on the field now. Yes, they do.
Okay, they've got Christian Rodriguez now has come in to play quarterback. He's going to hand the ball off to Hammond. Hammond is going to run the thing into the end zone from 13 yards out. And just like that, Permian back on the board. So Christian Rodriguez finally gets a chance to come into the ball game, and it's a one-play drive. Permian with 9:25 to play in the half have gone up now 47 to 40. What
48 to nothing.
Yeah, 48 to nothing, pending the extra point by Carson Roberts.
Yep.
Got me all messed up. Hammond on the 13-yard run, another one-play drive. So the set down is good, the kick is good and through, and the 13-yard run by Hammond has Permian with a demanding lead of 49 to nothing.
We've got a penalty on the back end here, Bears, probably unsportsmanlike. Either I think on them or maybe somebody from Permian. There's a little bit of mouthing going on after the extra point there in the end zone. Let's see what Dow Watson gives us a call on. They're going to bring the officials, all of them, in and see what they start.
After the kick, dead ball foul. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense number 11. 15-yard penalty will be added to the kickoff. That is the first unsportsmanlike conduct foul for number 11.
So it's 49 to nothing, 9:35, 9:25 to play in the half. We'll return to Ratliff in a moment.
E&E Service and Supply is your leader in well service supplies and rig packages. We manufacture oil savers, rod transfers, rod strippers, pipe wiper blocks, weight indicators and pads, rope sockets, drop valves, guy line blocks, swab mandrels, fishing tools, slip cylinders for Advance, BJ, and Giberson, and a whole lot more. Please come by E&E Service and Supply at 3501 Brazos.
The Trans Global Productions and Dr. Pepper Game of the Week brought to you in part by Rexco, the Lone Star Choice and Poly Pipe, and E&E Service and Supply. Hammond's 13-yard run capping a one-play 16-second drive of 13 yards.
Yeah.
The 35 points the Panthers scored in the first quarter tonight ties for the most ever in a quarter. They scored 35 against Wolford Friendship in 2017 last year here at Ratliff. Most points scored in a half, and take in mind we still have 9:14 to play in the half. They've already tied that record of 49 set against Amarillo in 2007. So that one's in jeopardy. Hate to see this.
Well, and it's just, as I said earlier, Barry, in my analysis, this is just being overpowered right now. Way too much talent in black and white right now.
Yep, too much, and a little frustrated after 2 of the last 3 weeks, I'm sure. Has something to do with it. So the fastest guy on the team, he's coming back the other way. Here comes he's going to go back the other way. He's going to lose even more yards. Hell, he's not going to get away. There are way too many black shirts. They introduced themselves to him, all 11 of them, and he's going to be down at the 3-yard line. Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, my goodness. When he turned around, Kyle, and started to come back.
He just threw.
Nobody's issuing any pleasantries after that one. Stell back there to make the tackle along with a whole bunch of other guys.
Glad you got that number because there was a whole bunch of black jerseys.
Yeah, Stell was at the bottom of the pile. Oh, my goodness.
Dead ball foul. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense number 85. Down counts. 15-yard penalty. Half of this goal. Second down.
It's funny. He keeps saying 15-yard penalty when it's half the distance to go. But anyway, the progress was stopped at the 6-yard line. So that means he lost 19 yards. And then you're going to mark him off to the 3-yard line. They may have to quick kick it here. But I don't know.
Yeah, he should have just taken
a knee. What was that, Larry?
Should have just taken a knee there, not tried to juke and go backwards.
Yeah, Larry said that the player 85 was the only one that had positive yardage up until that play. So it's going to be a first and a whole bunch. Going to try to throw the ball out here. Be careful, don't get it picked off.
Oh, nice catch.
Well, a nice catch is right. Out to the 17-yard line. They get the ball out to
number 21. And I'll tell you, Barry, give him credit for hanging in there. Concentration. He knew he was probably going to get hit, but he reeled that ball in and made a nice catch up to the 18-yard line.
Yep, a gain of 15 yards. Exactly right. Here comes some pressure. Again, a shot put. Permian in good field position. Nobody come up with it. Adeyemi, I'm sure, was licking his chops at that one. But when he jumped a little bit high and a little bit off kilter, and it falls incomplete. So it's going to be 4th and 17 from the 18-yard line. They went for it a moment ago. Now they're going to drop Trenard Turner back to try to kick again here.
This might be one of your quick kicks
well,
right here.
He never gets back far enough. He's only 7 yards back. He needs to be another 8 yards back.
Yeah. They're going to let him run.
Oh, boy.
Just got nothing out of it.
Well, folks, there's a good chance that record I just mentioned a moment ago is about to fall.
Yeah, I think.
Let's see if Christian Rodriguez comes back out.
And my only criticism, and I hate to do that, being a former coach, you don't ever like to be criticized. Why wouldn't you just snap it to the quarterback and say, just kick it out of there as quick as you can? Take a step and kick it out of there, and get some field position. Give your defense a chance to play a little bit anyway.
Okay, so Rodriguez is in at quarterback. That's going to shift Hammond back the slot. Williams at tailback. He also has Mason Sellers wide left. They have yet to throw the ball tonight, and I don't see any reason why they're going to at this point. Williams is going to get down to the 4. Didn't mean to interrupt you there, Bud. Sorry.
Oh, that's all right. I just, I kind of thought maybe you'd give yourself a chance to give your defense a little bit of field position to play with. Ed Williams on the handoff to the right there on first down. Just following his blocks there, you see the offensive line of Dawson Reynolds and Ohos, Gann, Burns, and Peterson doing the job. And mass substitutions here for Broward. They're completely offsides because they didn't have anybody lined up correctly. In fact, the guy coming in off the sideline was still halfway.
Offsides on the defense. Half distance goal. First down.
Yeah, they're having trouble with personnel right now, trying to get people on and off the field. I'm talking about Broward right now, and it's just a little messy for them right now as Permian has the ball on the 3-yard line, fixing to score again, as Barry said.
And who would that be?
I think it's going to be number 27, right either off left or right guard here, wherever they read it. I think it's going left. Yep. And there it is.
And that will set a new Permian record for most points scored in a half, as they will put up at least their 55th and not 56th point of the quarter, of the half rather. And we still have 5.5 to play in the half, and it's Permian 55-0. Carson Roberts, who's going to need to put his foot in a hot tub when he gets done with this ball game tonight, is on to try the extra point. Mason Sellers will set the ball down at the point for the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good, and Permian has 56 on the board with 4:57 to play in the half. It has been a Permian wipeout. Be back in a moment.
Every day's a heavenly Sunday at Texas Burger.
So 2 plays before Williams gets in, actually on the second play, capping a 16-yard drive in about 14 seconds. The clock, if you notice, was running as the kick was in the air, which is unusual. Now let's see, has Permian ever not had any passing yards?
Official timeout on the field for an injured player.
We've got an injury here down on about the 7-yard line. Let's take that injury timeout with them. We'll be back here in just a moment.
BCM and Associates Incorporated, the Oilfield Undertaker. BCM provides turnkey services to plug and abandon oil and gas wells in the Permian Basin. BCM has 7 highly trained plugging crews based in Odessa and Hobbs, New Mexico. BCM will prepare and file regulatory forms. We also buy leases for production and salvage. Go to bcmandassociates.com for services, pipe, plus equipment for sale. bcmandassociates.com. The Oilfield Undertaker.
Diamond Pump and Transport LLC specializes in oil field transportation. We are locally owned and operated and do business in the Permian Basin and West Texas areas. We also provide hot oil service, acid pumping, water hauling, tank cleaning, and other types of oil field transport and hauling services. We invite you to call us today. Diamond Pump and Transport LLC, 432-617-8084.
The Transglobal Productions and Dr. Pepper Game of the Week brought to you in part by Forest Brothers Tire and Alignment and Nimbus Drinking Water Systems. Guys were asking me if Permian had ever had a game where they had no passing yards. Yeah, they actually have. They have 7 games with nothing, 0 passing yards. The most recent versus Big Spring in 2003. Midland Lee is the lowest passing effort ever. In 73, they had -4 yards throwing the ball that night. And tonight, we may not see the ball put in the air at all. In fact, I would be absolutely shocked. I'm telling you, boys, shocked if they throw the ball at all.
Larry might be a little bit disappointed if he has to mark a pass for Permian tonight. He might blow a gasket. He might just go home.
Yeah, this team, like I said, they like to travel. Tennessee, Fort Worth, Tampa Bay, up here to see us. But man, a 3,200 round trip flight to Odessa by way of Dallas. And I just feel for him.
Well, I do too, Barry. And, you know, this type of trip, you wonder if it's, you know, all the hype coming to Ratliff being from Friday Night Lights and all that. But right now, they're just not competitive with Permian at all. So this is a nice little run right here off the left side. And I think he may have their first down of the evening.
He stayed in down to the 19-yard line, and, he did get it. He only had to get out to the 18. And that is going to be the first down of the night for the Broward Pumas.
Yeah, just
International School of Broward Pumas.
Just didn't squeeze it down off the end over here, Barry, and give that young man credit for finding the open spot, running the daylight, and getting the first down.
And he didn't run out of bounds. He simply ran down the sideline to pick up some extra yardage, get him the first down, and get him to move the ball. Broward has not scored at all the last couple of weeks. They scored 2 touchdowns the first 2 weeks and then have been shut out the last 2, and right now shut out through this quarter. So at least the last 9 quarters have had the goose egg on the scoreboard for them. That loss is going to be 4 back to the 15-yard line. We're down to 3:07. Have y'all noticed that the clock is running on out-of-bounds plays?
Yes, they're running the clock right now, Barry, as you mentioned. They're going to try to move this on along. Zach Burlingame, number 96 for Permian, playing the left defensive end position right now.
Well, I kind of wondered when they kicked the ball off and the clock started. So now they're going to try to throw the ball. He actually has a little bit of room. Is he going to throw it or run it? Tries to throw the ball. Tried to get the ball into number 25 there defensively. Was Stell.
We're going to have a late personal or pass interference call thrown by the back judge here on the pass.
Pass interference, defense number 22. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
And I think he might have got there just a little bit early, Barry, on the contact. But hey, give that quarterback credit for keeping the play alive with his feet. Head up downfield, found a receiver, tried to get it to him, and they get a penalty out of it.
Yep, so they've got 2 first downs on this series of plays. They started back on the 8-yard line, now out to their own 30. Going to be 1st and 10. Clock running with every play down to 2:12. Looking right. Is he going to try to always throwing the ball backwards?
That's a lateral.
Yeah, it could be a lateral.
That
and
may
back
be
there
out of bounds right
for
there.
Permian was Braden Ray, and it goes out of bounds. And they're going to call it not a backwards pass, but just an incomplete pass. And I think you and I are in agreement that we thought it was tad backwards.
Yeah, just going to bring it back to the line of scrimmage. No hard and done there. Clock running at 1:44.
I just realized one of the players out here has a black helmet, not a white helmet.
I saw that in the warm-ups.
It shows how much I was paying attention. So it's going to be 2nd down. Let's see if he tries to put the rainbow up. Yep, looking right. Has a man open. Oh, he does have the catch. And very quickly, Stell will come in and make the hit on the receiver. So just a really nice throw, a really nice catch, and it's going to set up 3rd and a manageable 3rd down.
And Seth just broke on the ball as it was thrown and the catch was made the tackle. Going to be about 3rd and 2 here for Broward, and I think they're going to take a timeout and see if they can make this 1st down happen.
Timeout, Florida.
Down to 1:06 to play before half. It's been all Permian at 56-0.
The Texas oil boom has returned, and Rexco Poly Fittings is your Lone Star choice in polyethylene, steel, and brass needs with a wide variety to choose from. Locally owned and operated in the Permian Basin since 1982, Rexco's experienced staff will help you get the right fittings and valves to help you get the job done. Go to RexcoPoly.com. Rexco, your poly supply company located in Midland and Odessa.
Rexco! Our Transglobal Productions and Dr. Pepper Game of the Week brought to you in part by Taco Villa and BCM and Associates, the Oilfield Undertaker. So it's going to be 3rd and 2 needed. Final minute. The clock is running before the ball is snapped, so we'll see what happens here. Permian has put up a team record 56 points in the first half tonight.
Here comes pressure. And they're going to try to hit the ball right on down. Oh, he made the catch.
He did.
Made the catch right in front of number 35 for the Panthers there. Good little toss and catch by them. That's Sebastian Cox on the coverage for the Panthers, but not before another 1st down.
And he had good coverage.
He really did. The kid just had a great effort to get up there and take the ball away from him.
Well, their best play of the night, 29 yards. Is the distance it goes. We're down to the final 20 seconds of the half. Permian desperately wanted to keep them out of the end zone.
And it may be a turnover, Barry. Boy, look at the folks flying to the football right there. That's a rugby scrum.
It's amazing how that little pigskin attracts so much attention, huh?
Yep, and I think Permian's got it. They do. Permian's got it at the 49-yard line. That's number 24. For the Panthers on the turnover there, Kendon Armstrong.
That's Kendon Armstrong. That's Caton's brother. And that will bring us to the end of the first half. Well, it's been all Permian, folks. All Permian tonight, as we expected. It is 56-0 over the International School of Broward Pumas, and we are at halftime.
Wake up to eggs cooked to perfection, savory bacon, sausage and chorizo, and hot, fresh flour tortillas. Drive through for breakfast at Rosa's Cafe. Rosa's combines all your favorites into tasty breakfast tacos and serves them hot and fresh to get your day started right. Or try Rosa's Migas plate with beans and potatoes. Feeding a group? Rosa's breakfast taco platter is the perfect fit. So rise and shine. Life and breakfast is better at Rosa's Cafe.
For great flooring values and real customer service, forget the frustration of the big box stores. Paul Evans trained flooring professionals will save you time, money, and hassle on your next flooring project. Whether do-it-yourself or professionally installed, Paul Evans offers great values on carpet, tile, hardwood, and waterproof flooring. Paul Evans Flooring, Odessa and Midland. For over 30 years,
You just can't beat a Paul Evans deal.
Welcome back to the Transglobal Productions and Dr. Pepper Game of the Week. Dr. Pepper, the official drink of Fanville. Now the score 56-0 Permian after 2 quarters, and Kyle, I would bet the statistical story going to be just as ugly.
It's as lopsided as the score, Barry. Just a couple of quick things. Total yardage. Let's just go total yardage straight off the top. Permian 279 yards rushing, no yards passing, didn't have to throw the ball. Broward, 1 yard total of offense.
That was after those last 2 plays.
Right, minus 31 yards rushing in the first half for them on 11 carries. They were 5 of 14 for 49 yards in the passing department. Permian led on the ground by, as usual, number 27, Ed Williams, 14 carries, 169 yards and 3 touchdowns. And Justin Hammond as well, 84 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns himself. Really 6 first downs to 3, and not much more to report after that. Now, Permian is going to, as you can see, line up and kick off to start the second half, and see if Broward can get anything going offensively here, down 56-0.
And Justin Hammond named the king of the court tonight being homecoming. Congratulations to Chloe Rivera, who was named the homecoming queen. I will give you the other nominees in just a second. So the kick is taken in at the 5-yard line, and very quickly down there is Braden Rea to make the tackle. The other nominees, Mia Black, Kylie Corbell, Bella Molinar, Katie Seaton, and Kiki Williams. Again, Chloe Rivera, our 2018 homecoming queen.
Permian will start with their starting offense, our defensive line. Looks like our defensive unit to start the second half. We do have a number 2 down here to play the right corner position.
Alex
Renteria.
Say what? Number 2.
Alex Rose. Sorry, yeah, you're right. I looked at one spot.
Or Axel, as we can call him.
Axel, there you go. You might can get away with that. I'm not.
Was that Guns N' Roses? Is that who that is?
Yes.
Well, they snapped the ball when the quarterback wasn't ready. He's going to go back 9 yards to the 7-yard line. So that plus 1 yardage is now going to be a -8. Permian's record for the fewest yards allowed in the game is 10 under, -10 to Del Rio in 2000. That may be something we look at a little later. So second down the bunch.
10 under is where Tiger Woods wish he was right now.
I'm not a TW fan, thank you. So now they snap the ball back. And here comes the pressure. Safety maybe? Nope.
How about a pick almost?
Nope, and they're not going to call interference either. So good play there by Rhea defensively as they could not connect. And so it's going to be third in a bunch. And Permian, they hold here. The line to gain is going to be the 26-yard line or 28-yard line. They started at the 18, not the 16. So if they can keep them on the south side of the 28, Kyle should come away with good field position.
Yeah, and especially with the way they've punted the football tonight when they've tried to punt the football.
So real quickly, looks out to his right, does make the connection. Rhea makes the connection as well and puts the receiver on his backside as they get the ball out to Earl Scott. Earl does make the catch, but it's going to be for a loss. No, it's not. It's going to be for a loss of 2 more. Back to the 5. And so it's going to be fourth down and 23 needed. So they're going to unfortunately have to kick it. Trenard Turner has had trouble trying to get the ball from his center. Mike Whipple, senior, 6'2", 245-pounder, but having trouble in the snapping game.
And they're not even they might get a penalty here, Barry. Look at the play clock.
Down to what?
1-0.
Yep, they're not going to get the ball off. So that's going to cost them back to the...
Timeout, Florida. First charge time of the half, of the second half.
So we have just begun the second half. It's Permian 56 and the Pumas nothing. They're going to have to punt or do something here on fourth down when we come back.
On a forbidden Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Ramon, we can't.
But Julia,
We're rivals.
I can love you and still hate your overrated school.
We have 2 different defensive philosophies. You're a base 4-3 cover 2, and I'm an
aggressive 3-4 with press coverage. I get it, but we both love Dr. Pepper.
Oh, Ramon.
Touchdown, State!
Yes! Into your face!
Dr. Pepper, the official drink of Fansville.
The Transglobal Productions Dr. Pepper Game of the Week brought to you in part by Paul Evans Carpet and Flooring. Go see Paul. And also the booster clubs at both Permian and Odessa. So Trenard Turner, good luck as they're going to try to snap the ball back to him. How it goes straight up in the air. Where is it going to come down?
That came into the end zone, Barry.
And it came into the end zone where it was recovered by Permian. And
there is a penalty marker on the field as well. Now let's see what this does.
That was Neri Carrasco, that gathered the ball up.
Dal Watson on the call here, our head referee. Is that a safety?
No, it's got to be 6.
It's got to be a touchdown.
Yeah, because we recovered the ball in the end zone.
That's right. Yeah, you're right.
You're a coach, you know that. Give me the evil eye.
Mm-hmm. Dal Watson, our head referee tonight. David Alvarez, also the umpire. The line judge, Roy Harmillo.
Personal foul, face mask, Florida. Penalties decline. Touchdown, Permian.
So the recovery on the botched kick that went straight up in the air, recovered by Neri Carrasco, number 80. Carrasco's first score of the season, first score ever, by the way. And so Permian is now into the 60s And now to try the extra point is Carson. And Carson's going to pop it through. Carson Roberts will pop it through. I went a blank there for a second. So Permian at the 10:22 mark of the third quarter, leading this one 63-0.
BCM and Associates Incorporated, the Oilfield Undertaker. BCM provides turnkey services to plug and abandon oil and gas wells in the Permian Basin. BCM has 7 highly trained plugging crews based in Odessa and Hobbs, New Mexico. BCM will prepare and file regulatory forms. We also buy leases for production and salvage. Go to bcmandassociates.com for services, pipe, plus equipment for sale. bcmandassociates.com. The Oilfield Undertaker.
Enjoy the best cheeseburger in town at Texas Burger.
Transglobal Productions, Dr. Pepper Game of the Week, brought to you in part by State Farm Insurance Agent Mike Podzemny and Texas Burger. Well, the offense hadn't even come on the field, and Permian's on the board again, thanks to the skyrocketing punt that went 5 yards backwards. Neri Carrasco, a receiver, number 80, tracked the ball down in the end zone, and he gets credit for the touchdown, and then the extra point makes it 63-0. Permian now and Roberts will kick off. Next week, they're going to be hosting Los Fresnos. What are they, the Los Fresnos Ducks? No, Falcons. Falcons. In fact, our district's playing their district next week. They come out of District 32-6A. Wow. Yeah, this run back's going to be out beyond the 35. Larry's saying the 3 punts tonight by them, 12 yards average. District 32-6A has Brownsville, Hanna, Harlingen South, Los Fresnos, Rivera, and San Benito. All of them except Rivera are playing schools in our conference next week, which I'll get to here in just a second. So 10-11 to play in the third. Hanna will play at Tascosa, at San Antonio rather, next weekend. Harlingen at Midland next Friday. Harlingen South versus Odessa High next Saturday morning at 10 o'clock. Los Fresnos here Friday night against Permian. San Benito versus Lee next Friday night. So Rivera is the only team from that district that is not going to be playing a team from our division. Los Fresnos had a great year last year, 9-4. They're 2-1 this year and be playing Permian next week.
Jonathan Denman, number 70, getting some playing time here to make the tackle for the Panthers. And nothing on that sweep on first down. Ooh, there was a collision right there, a couple of yards up the field. And I believe that's number 35 for Permian making the play. That's Sebastian Cox on the tackle.
Along with Devin Hinojos, number 90. So they collide like two worlds colliding at the 41-yard line. It's going to set up a third down and 8 needed by the Mountain Lions. as they need to try to get out to the 49-yard line of Permian. They were able to do absolutely nothing in the first half until hitting 2 big pass plays at the tail end of the first half. Let's see what they are able to do here in the second half. Now this is going to go backwards, and they are not going to be able to get away, as very quickly up there to make the tackle is him.
Mason Sellers.
Yeah, Sellers, who plays offense normally. That's why the 13 threw me off, but comes in on defense, and he shows his speed, which he does have a lot of, and the loss is going to be 11, and it's going to force another attempt to punt.
See if Permian just gives some token resistance here and allow them to maybe get a punt off and see if they can get some field position where to work from. Nope, they're going to go for it and fake it on 4th down. Looky here. That's going to be close. I think a yard short on the run by number 10. Their quarterback outside had an alley to run in. But they're going to call it a first down for the Pumas at the 49-yard line.
Yep, so we got 19, and certainly the biggest play of this half. The first time they had the ball, they lost 7 yards, and the punt went backwards, but this time they were able to get the first down. Very quickly whipping the ball out here, and he didn't want to have nothing to do with it as Permian was bearing down on him, as both Rose and Cox were there to make him pay the price had he held on.
Yeah, and he heard footsteps coming, Barry, off that little quick wide receiver screen out here, and he heard, as I said, those footsteps, and he looked upfield before he put the ball away.
Rose up there very quickly. Rose scored his first touchdown of his career earlier tonight. Going to try to throw the ball if he can't run it. Nope, finally sits down on the turf, mainly because Devin Hinojos was in there to not allow him to get away, and then quickly 2 other Panthers there to help him make sure that he stayed put back at the 42-yard line. So he goes back for a loss of 7, going to be 3rd down and 17. Well, I know that we were talking at halftime, Kyle, and you said that whether it be Los Fresnos, Midland Lee, or whoever, you're not going to get a lot out of this film.
Yeah, probably not. You'll watch a little bit of it, I think, here and there. But you'll just file this one away. If you're sending this film to one of your scouts, I'm not sure they'll spend a lot of time with it either. There's blitz on the outside coming. He got out of the first tackle, but he's not going to get away from, again, 35 there for the Panthers from his linebacking positions. Cox.
Yeah, Cox missed him the first time, Kyle, and then got him back on the spin back.
Sure did.
And put him on the ground. So good job by Sebastian Cox to stay with the play and make the play. So now it's going to be 4th and 27 all the way back to the Permian 31-yard line. And again, here we go with adventures in punting.
They're going to go for it, Barry. They're not even going to try to punt the football.
Well, they got to get to the 41 of Permian for a first, and they're going to not make it. Okay, Club. Yeah, blow the whistle, please.
Yeah, don't get him down, get him hurt there.
No. Devin Hinojos again. Hinojos has been in the backfield just play after play after play. And you know that the Pumas are just getting worn down, Kyle. Have to be.
And dejected, Barry. You can tell very disappointed in what's going on here, down 63-0. I don't blame them for going it there. Their punting woes have just been an adventure, to say the least. Why not? And Permian's going to get the football at the 25-yard line. And I believe it's number 26 at quarterback. That will be right. Christian Rodriguez at quarterback.
And Dominique Nelson will be the only running back.
Little exchange problem there between the quarterback and the up-back or fullback in their offense, however they call it. Ball hit the ground, and it didn't get anything at all on first down.
So Christian Rodriguez at quarterback, Dominique Nelson, the running back now, as Ed Williams has taken a seat after another 100-yard effort tonight. His 3rd in 4 games. Dominique will get his first carry of the season. Let me look and make sure. Yep, he did not carry the ball up until then. Williams, 117, 190. First 2 weeks. Then he had, what did Williams have tonight? 100 and what?
First half, Ed Williams, 169 yards on 14 carries, according to Larry.
Good solid night at the office. So it's going to be now a 3rd down for the Rodriguez-led Panther offense. 3rd and 6 needed. They need to get down to the 16-yard line.
Right up the middle, and boy, look at him roll like a pinball through a machine. Right down to the, looks like it's going to be about the 11-yard line, Barry.
Yep, going to be down to the 11 for a gain of 11. He's in there running the ball because of the injury back in week 1 to, man, I'm just drawing a blank on his name. The running back, Samaniago, Mark Samaniago, was hurt on the opening kickoff of the season. He was the backup running back to Ed Williams and no longer available, out for the year. And, man, that just made my heart hurt to see that happen. But it's given this young man, Nelson, an opportunity to run the ball. And now it's going to be Rose into the end zone for the second time tonight. Permian now within an extra point of tying their all-time record of 70 points in a game. They set that against McAllen in 2015. It's going to be up to Carson Roberts to tack on the 70th point. Sellers will set the ball down at the 10 for the extra point. So an 11-yard run by Rose, second one of the night. And Permian, on the first time on offense here in the second half, has put the ball in the end zone. The extra point is good, the 70th point is good, and the record has been tied. So our score now, with 4.5, a little under 4.5 to play in the third quarter, the Panthers 70 and the Pumas nothing.
The Texas oil boom has returned, and Rexco Poly Fittings is your Lone Star choice in polyethylene, steel, and brass needs with a wide variety to choose from. Locally owned and operated in the Permian Basin since 1982, Rexco's experienced staff will help you get the right fittings and valves to help you get the job done. Go to RexcoPoly.com. Rexco, your poly supply company located in Midland and Odessa.
Rexco!
For great flooring values and real customer service, forget the frustration of the big box stores. Paul Evans trained flooring professionals will save you time, money, and hassle on your next flooring project. Whether do-it-yourself or professionally installed, Paul Evans offers great values on carpet, tile, hardwood, and waterproof flooring. Paul Evans Flooring, Odessa and Midland. For over 30 years,
You just can't beat a Paul Evans deal.
Enjoy a Texas Burger chicken strip dinner today.
Carson Roberts. Our Transglobal Productions and Dr. Pepper Game of the Week, brought to you in part by Medical Center Hospital, Rosa's Cafe and Tortilla Factory, and Complex Community Federal Credit Union. Well, after the inadvertent go for it on fourth down by the Pumas, Panthers take over at the 26-yard line. Rose runs it in a few plays later from the 11, capping a 4-play drive, 1:46. Clock's running, remember, 26 yards. Now we're at the 4:06 mark to play as the ball was kicked and the clock started at the same time, and they ran 19 seconds off the clock. So we'll start from the 28. From the 25. Now next week's going to be a little different because Los Fresnos is picked to battle for the District 32 6A championship, and that's who comes to town next Friday night.
You would think there'd be a lot more talent, per se, from that squad than here. Here's a nice little scramble by their quarterback, going to get a first down, and a whole lot more across the 43-yard line of the Pumas on a first down run. Watch our Transglobal Productions instant replay. Steps up into the pocket. Lost some contained lanes by the Panther defense, and their quarterback just took off. And you can see a couple of Panthers getting down, as I said, at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, they had a spy on them. The spy got run around.
Spy got run around.
Run around in a hurry.
You got the run around, Barry.
Yep, run around, get around.
Dead ball foul. Substitution infraction. 12 in the formation on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
That's Dal Watson, our referee, saying that the Pumas had 12 on the field. You cannot start with 12 and run somebody off to the sideline. That's with intent to deceive the defense.
Looks like it's going to try to throw it to the right. They have now first and 15. That run was 18 yards by somebody Actually going to hand it off to a running back, and he's going to get a yard there before Sellers will knock him out of bounds. So maybe a yard gain at the most. Who is that Wesley Wabbit? Yep, he's not on the roster,
He's
so
not
we
on
don't
the
know.
roster. That's number 28 again, right?
Nope. Yep.
No?
We have no idea.
We don't.
So actually, he gets up to the 45-yard line, and he got 6 yards. I said he got a yard. He got 6. Way to go, Larry. So it's going to be second down and about 9.
Oh,
here comes everybody.
A whole host of Panthers, as we used to say in the olden
bottom
days.
off the host? Well, Permian came up with it, but they're not going to give it to him. Zach Burlingame is who comes up with the ball and helps make the tackle. It's going to be a loss of 5. The whistle had blown before the tackle was made. And so now 3rd and 14. They have, 3 first downs tonight? So, is that right?
3rd down and 14.
You got 5? Okay, they've got 5 first downs tonight. So you got to watch out. If they're going to run or throw the ball, they have just kind of surprised you and come up with a play or two to move the chains.
Oh, nice throw and catch.
And it's going to be right at what they need for the first. And, yes, a nice catch there as well is right. And I wish I could identify who that is. Of course, can't do it. So it's going to be a move the chains time, I think. Yep, they got the first down. Again, all the way out to the 46-yard line of Permian. They are on the Permian side of the field. And it's going to be 1st and 10.
Braden Ray with the tackle there, Barry, number 10 for the Panthers. There's another slant that's wide open in the middle of the field.
Same player.
Yep, same player. And number 24 for the Panthers, Kendon Armstrong.
That's Caton's brother.
Yep.
Going to be a gain of 13 to the 33-yard line. Panthers want to protect the goose egg on the left side of the scoreboard for sure. We're down to 57 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter as the clock is running until Permian maybe substitutes their 3rd and 4th team, and then they may stop the clock on different plays.
Boy, there was nothing on that little wide receiver screen out there. Number 35, Sebastian Cox, on the tackle from his linebacking position. Read that very, very well and quickly. Get out there and force a 2-yard loss for the Pumas back to the 35-yard line as they line up no huddle here.
Going to be 2nd and 12, looking deep. Nope, going to dump it off to the right. Has a man open for the first down. He's going to get down close to the 20-yard line before he's pushed out. That's Earl Scott, one of the few names that we do know on the roster. So the Pumas will have a 1st and 10 against Permian down in Panther territory, nearing the red zone after that 14-yard gain.
Number 10, Brayton Ray again for the Panthers.
We have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. The Panthers led 56-0 at halftime, put a couple on the board in the 3rd quarter. A recovered of a botched punt by Neri Carrasco, a run by Rose of 11 yards, and at the end of 3, it is Permian 70 and the Pumas of the International School of Broward nothing.
Wake up to eggs cooked to perfection, savory bacon, sausage and chorizo, and hot, fresh flour tortillas. Drive through for breakfast at Rosa's Cafe. Rosa's combines all your favorites into tasty breakfast tacos and serves them hot and fresh to get your day started right. Or try Rosa's Migas plate with beans and potatoes. Feeding a group? Rosa's breakfast taco platter is the perfect fit. So rise and shine. Life and breakfast is better at Rosa's Cafe.
Enjoy a Texas Burger chicken strip dinner today.
Trans Global Productions and Dr. Pepper Game of the Week, brought to you in part by Dalcovella and BCM and Associates, the oil field undertaker. This series will start now at the 21-yard line, and they dang near completed the thing down inside the 5-yard line. It does fall incomplete, and it'll be second down.
If Easton Hernandez had not got a mid up on that ball there, they had a slant route wide open behind him. Ball was just underthrown. As I said, Easton did a good job of knocking it down to force an incompletion on first down.
Well, this is the ninth play of the drive, believe it or not. Started back at the 25 of Broward. So now they're deep in Permian territory at the 21-yard line. Second down, quarterback's going to run it. Tries to get the corner, does have the corner, but runs into a massive line there with Mason Sellers along with Devin Hinojos and others. And so it brings about another third down.
Tell you what, Easton Hernandez stuck himself in there. We do have a penalty on the play. An illegal hit, you think?
Yeah, he's thinking maybe a helmet hit.
Targeting?
No.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness on the defense. Half the distance to goal. Automatic first down.
And that's Dal Watson, our head referee on the call there, the former All-State linebacker from the 1984 state champion Permian Panther football team.
So they're going to mark it down at the 10-yard line after the illegal hit, 15 or half the distance to the goal penalty. Permian had them stopped. We're going to force another. Was that going to be a third down? Yep. Instead, it's going to be a first and goal from the 10. They cannot get a first down. They have to get the ball in the end zone. They have not scored, remember, the last two games. Scored 2 touchdowns each of the first 2 weeks. Now looking left. And they're going to call.
Did he catch that?
No, he didn't catch it, but I don't know if they're going to call the.
Well, they did, Barry.
Well, they did catch it, but I think the ball bounced off the turf.
They're calling that a touchdown on the far side over there. Let's see. Here's Trans Global Productions instant replay. Just ran the fade route.
Personal foul. Illegal hands to the face. Defense number 75. Touchdown counts. Penalty enforced on the kickoff.
So they say the 10-yard touchdown pass does count. They will go.
Correction. Number 70, 7-0.
They will go for 2 as they do not have a kicker. So the 10-yard pass will get them on the board and take that goose egg off of the board. A 75-yard drive in 10 plays.
Oh, they're lining up in the swinging gate here, Barry. They're going to line up in the swinging gate and see if they can get either the ball to that little slot receiver right there behind the lineman, or, wow, look at that. Did he catch it? Yes, he did. Wow, what a nifty little play out of the swinging gate formation to get the 2-point conversion. Watch. You'll see number 11 just take off up the field. 13 let him go. He took a shot after making the play, but the 2-point conversion is going to be good for Broward, for the Broward Pumas.
So our new score with 10:38 to play in the ball game. The Pumas are on the board, but Permian leads it by 70-8.
On a forbidden Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Ramon, we can't.
But Julia,
We're rivals.
I can love you and still hate your overrated school.
We have 2 different defensive philosophies. You're a base 4-3 cover 2, and I'm an
aggressive 3-4 with press coverage. I get it, but we both love Dr. Pepper.
Oh, Ramon.
Touchdown, State!
Yes! Into your face!
Dr. Pepper, the official drink of Fansville.
BCM and Associates Incorporated, the oilfield undertaker. BCM provides turnkey services to plug and abandon oil and gas wells in the Permian Basin. BCM has 7 highly trained plugging crews based in Odessa and Hobbs, New Mexico. BCM will prepare and file regulatory forms. We also buy leases for production and salvage. Go to bcmandassociates.com for services, pipe, plus equipment for sale. bcmandassociates.com. The Oilfield Undertaker.
Let's go!
The Texas oil boom has returned, and Rexco Poly Fittings is your Lone Star choice in polyethylene, steel, and brass needs with a wide variety to choose from. Locally owned and operated in the Permian Basin since 1982, Rexco's experienced staff will help you get the right fittings and valves to help you get the job done. Go to RexcoPoly.com. Rexco, your poly supply company located in Midland and Odessa.
Let's go!
For great flooring values and real customer service, forget the frustration of the big box stores. Paul Evans trained flooring professionals will save you time, money, and hassle on your next flooring project. Whether do-it-yourself or professionally installed, Paul Evans offers great values on carpet, tile, hardwood, and waterproof flooring. Paul Evans Flooring, Odessa and Midland. For over 30 years,
You just can't beat a Paul Evans deal.
Texas Burger's all beef chili cheese dog. Get one today.
Global Productions and Dr. Pepper Game of the Week brought to you in part by the Lone Star Choice and Poly Pipe. That would be Rexco and E&E Service and Supply. That was a 75-yard drive.
And they put
10 plays, 5 minutes, 28 seconds. Culminates in that 10-yard pass play. And the 2-point conversion.
And put some plays together, made some nice catches, got a little help from the penalty bug there, and their first points, as you said, in a while. That's got to be a little uplifting for the Broward County Pumas or Broward, Florida Pumas. I don't know if it's Broward County or not.
Well, it is. It's International School of Broward Pumas. This will be only the second time the Panthers have had the ball here in the second half. The Pumas have had the ball from their 7, their 38, and their 25. But Permian has scored twice, only having the ball one time. And now we'll get the ball back with 10:38 to play in the ball game. The clock will continue to run. And one of the reasons why that 75-yard drive ran 5.5 off the clock.
And let me tell you, they had to borrow a tee from Permian to do this kickoff.
Oh.
Did not bring
it.
Well,
they kicked off to begin the game.
Well, they had to borrow the tee from Permian. I guess they left that on the 1,600-mile trip back.
Well, everything
Florida.
I looked at, I couldn't find a kicker, so it doesn't surprise me. Permian will not return this. Well, they're going to have to because they drop kick it, or I guess he was in the end zone, and so they're going to call it dead there and bring it out to the 25.
Interesting. Yep, I'm going to call it dead once it passed the goal line there. Oh, they're going to call him down at the 5.
Number 4 for Odessa Permian made a fair catch signal. Ball will be placed at the 5-yard line. First down.
So fair catch signal is going to be the call, and Permian will start from their own 5-yard line. This is probably their worst field position of the night, if I remember right.
Yeah, you would be remembered correctly. So brain of yours isn't causing you any problems.
No,
so the quarterback is going to be still Christian Rodriguez. He will have behind him, I can't tell who the running back is. I think that's Marshall Weimer, 44.
Yep, he gets the ball right up the middle. Watch him run over some people.
Yeah, Weimer's going to be after the 13, and Edgum near gets the first down as he gets 8. So Permian next week, Los Fresnos will be the opponent as they will wrap up the preseason schedule. They and all of the other teams in district will be off the first week of October, and then the rigors of district begin. Against Midland High this year, Midland Lee, Odessa High, Amarillo Tascosa, and Wolford Friendship. You might remember San Angelo has been shifted out to the Dallas-Fort Worth area, the Weatherford Abilene district. And also, in case you didn't know, if you haven't paid attention, Maverick McIver, their superb quarterback, son of Rick McIver, the all-everything All-American from Fort Stockton and UT back in the day. Hurt his knee 2 weeks ago, and he is done for the year. So they've got a very tough district, and going to have to do it with a sophomore quarterback. Last week they lost, but the offense only scored only scored 1 of their 3 touchdowns on the game. But they had a fumble recovery and another one, I think, a punt return. So they're going to have to figure some things out in a hurry. So handing the ball up the middle. And again, there goes Marshall Weimer, his first carries of the season tonight. Weimer's going to push the ball out beyond the 20. down inside the 9-minute mark of the ball game. So what do you tell your guys when you get back into the locker room if you're Permian after this?
Well, you took care of business. Congratulations. You got your second win of the season. You find positives in the fact that you did put up 70 points. You've got some good rushing touchdowns tonight out of Ed Williams, your quarterback, Justin Hammond, who stepped in, played very well at quarterback. Talk up to the defense about really pitching a shutout other than that last drive there with most of your third and fourth teamers in, and we've got some extracurriculars. And he just, number 5, just threw a punch. He's going to be heading to the bus a little early tonight. And their guys are coming off of the bench over there.
Justin Gonzalez.
That's going to be another penalty, Barry. Sorry.
Justin Gonzalez got his first carry of the season there, and that 15-yarder. There's the coach out in the middle of the fracas as well. He's over on this sideline, and he's wanting to know why there's a problem. Well, when you throw a punch, there's a problem. And he's not very happy.
He's not mouthing, Barry. I think he just wants to see what the call is.
Okay.
He's not doing anything too extracurricular there himself, but they did have people come off the sideline.
Yeah, but one of the other coaches is, of course, he may be animated toward his own team the way he's yelling and screaming.
There were 2 fouls on the play. Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 54 coming off of the bench. He's been ejected. Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Florida, number 5. He's also been ejected. Penalties offset. First down.
Well.
Offset, huh?
Offsetting penalties, but both young men have been disqualified from the game, and I can tell you right now here, as you can see our Trans Global Productions instant replay, the pitch.
Now, who did they say with Permian had a penalty?
54. He came off the bench. You can see him right here. Now watch as they finish up here. He saw the takedown, and here he is coming off the bench right there. You certainly cannot do that.
Well, he's in the white.
Oh.
He's standing in the white, though, Kyle. He's not on the field. Does that matter?
I don't know. Coach Ellison is not giving him kudos for coming off of there and doing that. And he's also getting an earlobe from one of the other coaches down here. But the punch as well is going to get number 5 an early shower tonight.
So 2 guys are going to get the early showers from the 32-yard line. Permian will hand the ball up the middle. I just hate to see it to deteriorate into what we're seeing here late in the ball game.
That's right, Barry. You're exactly right. And, getting beat by 62 points, down 70-8, that's awful frustrating. I can tell you some stories about one game I coached in my career where we only had a couple of first downs and lost 68-0. And, your kids get real dejected and just down from taking that type of beating, but you try to keep playing and just do the right things and continue on with the ball game. Oh, my goodness, there's some penetration in there in the middle after that handoff. Still going to get a couple yards out of it.
He's going to get 4 out of it out to the 40-yard line, so it's going to bring up a third and about 3.5 needed, close to 4.
And, it's disheartening to come all this way and get beat by a team. Superior-wise is, a lot better. That's the way it was. That situation I was talking about, but you still coach your kids and you still play. And you try to do the right things. Try to do what you do the best and try to learn from it and go on with life because, boy, life's going to throw you some lemons every now and then.
So actually 3 yards needed on third down. They're going to get the first down here. They pitch the ball back to Adam Martinez. Martinez is going to be out beyond the 50-yard line down to the 46. So it's going to be a gain of 14. Clock's moving. Ball's moving. 1st and 10 Permian.
Those bright yellow shoes on that young man in the secondary for Broward. I thought it was a penalty flag on the field when I first saw it, but he's got some bright yellow football shoes to make the play with and play the game with, I should say, from the secondary position for Broward.
Yeah, with the clock running, this drive by Permian could very well take up the rest of the game as we're down inside the 6-minute mark. They got the ball at the 10:33 mark of the fourth quarter. So Hernandez will pitch it back. We're going to get some good yardage here before the running back's finally taken down. That's Justin Gonzalez. So Justin Gonzalez is down close to a first. He gets 8 yards, close to 9. Yeah, he does get 9, down to the 37.
Watch the pitch there right at the last moment to that running back. And, nice 8-9 yard gain on first down there for the Panthers, running that option game to perfection.
Who's that?
Number 11.
Oh, what are you thinking defensively on MVP tonight?
Well, if you want me to do it right now, I think to start the ball game earlier, I don't think there's any question. I thought Matt Jones was the best player on the field defensively for the Permian Panthers, number 18. I thought he was a force to be reckoned with the first couple of drives of the game. I've got him unofficially with 6 tackles, and of course my stats are unofficial. I'm sure I missed a couple of assists here and there as well, but my defensive MVP tonight would be Matt Jones, number 18 for the Odessa Permian Panthers.
I'm going to go with, well, I'll tell you here in just a second. So it's going to be a 1st and 10 now from the 33-yard line. Of course, Ed Williams had another 100-yard effort tonight.
I'm gonna write a name on my paper over here, my scratch paper, and see if it matches up with yours for the offensive MVP.
All righty. Just write a number down.
Okay.
There's a flag on the play, which we'll check on while Kyle's scribbling.
Illegal block below the waist. Offense number 65. 15-yard penalty. Still first down.
Well, I can't make the coaching staff too happy there. That's a mental mistake late in the ball game that you don't want to have from your players. You know you cannot commit that type of block now with the rules and the way things are set up. That's to protect the knees of the defensive player, which I think is absolutely what needs to happen.
So it's going to be first.
Nope, second.
Okay, it's going to be second down, and they're going to need to get all the way down to the 23-yard line for a first down.
Got a big chunk of that back right there.
Yeah, that's Dominic Nelson that's going to get it back to the 35-yard line. So what's the number are you writing down over there?
I got number 4. I got number 4 down.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. So we'll give the announcement here in just a second. Let's have one more play. I'm going to need to look at your sheet there in a second, Larry, after we do this play. Let's let it run. So down to the 35. We're down to exactly 3 minutes to play. And if they'll run the ball, then I'll tell you who my MVP choice is.
This young man had to step up and play quarterback. Or was asked
now,
to.
you giving away everything. You already got your...
You already did. You said the number.
So Dominique's going to be down inside the 30 to the 28. So... because of the resting of Peyton Powell, the quarterback tonight, Justin Hammond had to step in and play quarterback, and then he shifted on a couple of plays to be to the wingback. He had 84 yards rushing, had 2 scores, and led the offense very well early on when Permian could not be stopped, and they ran away with 35 points in the first quarter. So my offensive most valuable player is going to be the senior Justin Hammond, quarterback / slot receiver. I'm going to pitch the ball back, and he got away from there. I thought he was going to get caught, but Martinez gets away and then steps out of bounds. Clock's still going to continue to run, and it will bring up a third down. Or is it third, or going to bring a fourth down?
Fourth down.
Yeah, fourth down from the 28-yard line.
Nifty little pitch right there at the last moment by the quarterback again for the Panthers, number 26, Christian Rodriguez. I thought that was a little nifty ball handling there.
Yeah, they've got to get down to the 23-yard line if they want to keep the drive alive. Going to pitch the ball back to the running back. Here comes the defense. He's not going to do it. Just as he stepped up into the hole, they stepped up into him. That's Justin Gonzalez. He got to the 25-yard line. He's going to be 2 yards short. And the Puma defense did the job and is going to force the ball to come back over.
Yeah,
the clock continues to run now, Kyle, as the ball is exchanged over, and it's going to be inside a minute when they finally snap it.
Yeah, it'll be way inside a minute when they decide to run this play.
So this is going to be the final run of the night. Permian with a 62-point victory, 70-8. Our Trans Global Productions and Dr. Pepper Game of the Week, produced and directed by Bob Bailey. Debbie Bailey handles all the replay. Jason Barrage and Grant Barrage, our main cameras up top. Jason has the main camera, and Grant does the replay camera. Justin Oakes in the north end zone, Robert Carrillo in the south. And again, Kyle Hubbard doing our commentating tonight along with Larry Thornhill. Is your hand hurting from all of that, Larry? Doing commentating, is that a good word?
I'll tell you, Barry, you did a good job tonight, Barry. The best voice on the airways, did a great job. Look at this number 11 down here doing this headstand down here. He's off in his own world.
He's having fun. And, folks, we have come to the end of the game. I was saying Kyle Hubbard is our analyst tonight. Larry Thornhill is doing our stats work. And number 11 is just having him a good old time. Wish we knew who the player was. I guess he thinks, well, hey, if we're going to get blown out, I'm going to dance. And that's what he did. So Permian wins tonight as expected. They do give up one touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Our final score, the Panthers 70, the Pumas of the International School of Broward 8. Next week, Permian back home against Los Fresnos. Appreciate you being with us. We hope to see you then.